So, do you believe God might have a physical body? Because I used to think no, but after this week conversation I had with God, I think He might. My name's Dakota Lee, and since I was 12 years old, God has been letting my spirit and my spiritual body visit heaven. It's been pretty fantastic. I have conversations like this all the time with God. Just last week, He told me something. God said, Dakota, I do have a physical form. This really blew me away. But it sort of makes sense because when you think about the creation story, it says that Adam and Eve walked with God in the Garden of Eden. I always took that as they were having a conversation in their heart with God, and they would have that in the middle of the day, the same way that I now have conversations with Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and God. That happens in my heart. But it also says that God made people in His image. Well, we all have physical bodies, so maybe God does too. And so going with this big revelation, I asked God, if you have a physical form, why haven't you shown yourself to us in a physical form? And you know what God said to that? Dakota, I did. And He said, I did this with my son, Jesus. Jesus came in a physical form to show what God is really like. And that made me smile. But I said, God, when I visit heaven, I see you and Jesus as separate entities. So I know that you put physical form to Jesus, but you guys still have a separateness about you. God told me, Dakota, this is part of the paradox of being God. There are things that won't make sense until much later on. But God did tell me that He misses, in many ways, taking His physical form to walk with us. And He told me that His glory of His true body is so strong that our own bodies wouldn't be able to handle it somehow. Or maybe we wouldn't be able to perceive it, or both. I think that when Jesus comes again and we get a whole new earth and new eternal bodies and nobody ever has to die again, I think this is when God is going to get to walk with us in a physical form again. So I'm curious, have you ever considered this possibility? Because this is new to me this week.